Grand Theft Auto. The trilogy, the definitive edition, was as unappealing and bad as its name. The series was not even a trilogy, despite what it claims was only 3 old games side by side in the form of a pack. Also, it wasn't as much as the definitive edition extension, and it was just a fantasy distortion of these 3 games. A large part of this was because the collection was not developed by Rockstar Games, but by outsourcing it to Grove Street Games. According to reports, the developers of Rockstar Studio felt that the construction of remakes and remasters was not in the dignity of the studio, and if you want the truth, they were right. Take-Two and Rockstar Studios have always felt strange about each other. While Take-Two prefers to make money from GTA Online all the time, Rockstar tries to focus more on making one of the most ambitious games in history, and perhaps the most ambitious, GTA 6. Red Dead Redemption 2 was in development for 8 years, and is definitely at odds with Take-Two's well-liked policy of fast and low-cost earnings. The fact that GTA Online, and somewhat Red Dead Online recently forgotten forever, are an easier way to make money, and this will likely help Rockstar's new project, is not worn on anyone either, but in a period when top studios like Naughty Dog don't dare say no to their parent companies, Rockstar's action is commendable. Defying the porting of the GTA 5 game for all available platforms is more than just an update to attract more audiences. In fact, porting a game released in 2013 for platforms launched a decade later is far easier than developing a new game, and without a doubt, developer Rockstar and Naughty Dog Studios can do so and continue to fill the Take-Two and Sony coffers. Although the construction of remakes demands more time and energy, it is still considered a banal project for Rockstar or Naughty Dog. In sum, the story is that Take-Two ordered Rockstar to build a remake, and Rockstar interpreted the order as a kind of request and did not accept it with complete confidence. Undoubtedly, the fate of Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the definitive edition could have been different with Rockstar's hands, but it was possible that GTA Online would not host a new event and the GTA 6 release date would also be delayed. Time is always limited for developers, and if we consider games to be an artistic product, we should call their creators artists. These artists should be free to create new things, not polish and repackage previous works so that their parent company can make money from them. Some studios manage to develop remakes and remaster games very successfully, but this is by no means in their dignity. Vicarious Visions, for example, succeeded in creating Crash Bandicoot and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater with talented members, but in the commotion Call of Duty stayed out of Activision's view, and finally today, there is no studio of that name. On the contrary, Grove Street Studios did not take its chances. Overall, I'm not opposed to remakes, but it's quite controversial that big studios spend their time polishing their pre-created nostalgia. These studios can look to create new things, and I'm very happy that Rockstar, as one of the best and perhaps the best game-making team in the world, is firmly saying no to this. Naughty Dog Studios is one of the few teams that is almost as famous as Rockstar, but has clearly had a rollback in its upcoming plans in the last year. We were supposed to see the Factions game available in 2020, and now Naughty Dog is talking about the 2023 pick as time to learn more about it. The showcase of Naughty Dog's upcoming game is empty. Uncharted seems to have come to an end, but will we see The Last of Us 3 focused on Abby's character? Will Jack and Daxter return? Will a new IP be created by this studio? I have no idea what to do, but I know that while we waited for the introduction of the new game from one of the most popular studios in the world, the cards came back, and we saw the launch of the story-oriented game that we've heard over and over again. Naughty Dog hadn't even made a decision to rebuild the game at first, but it seems that the description of the contract was such that Naughty Dog could not rule it out, and ultimately it delayed the release date of one of the most expected games in history for at least a year or two, perhaps more. As mentioned, The Last of Us is one of the games that literally became available as complimentary holders of PlayStation consoles and did not need to be rebuilt. At this point, the differences are becoming more tangible, and while Naughty Dog is staring at the glory of his past years, Rockstar has no intention of abandoning future building. Overall, remakes can be a fantastic way to revive a set and provide the opportunity to show off to smaller studios. But The Last of Us didn't include either of the two issues, and it only wasted the studio's genius time, keeping us more awaiting the release of its new titles. Remakes and remasters had affected the last generation altogether, and it seems that this trend is going to continue more strongly in this generation. We hope that this way of earning a safe and effortless income will give way to risks and create new experiences.